Hello, friends. I don't know who needs to hear this today, but in case you haven't really been feeling the holiday spirit, the so called holiday spirit this year, consider this as the reason, what I'm going to share right now. So, I don't really think the reason is the crazy situation that we've been in for the last almost 2 years. Perhaps the actual reason is that we are returning to our natural rhythms, to our natural flow, which is very connected to nature. So think about this: the end of the year, the so called holiday season, Christmas, in a lot of cultures, in other cultures, New Year is the time when you can finally allow yourself to put work aside, you take some rest, you spend time with your family, you eat together, you give gifts to each other. Okay, good, but think about it. This is also the time that is very stressful for a lot of people because they feel they need to do this. And this is also the time of the year, December, when people spend a lot of money. They buy a lot of stuff. So for merchants, this is the time of the year when they sell most. And think about it. So this is the time when we are finally allowed to rest, but at the same time is when we spend most money. We were told, for me personally, Christmas, we never celebrated it. I grew up in Yugoslavia. This was a socialist country, so I have no attachment or feeling about Christmas. We celebrated New Year. I, of course, personally like the coming together, but why does this happen one time in the year and at the same time for everyone? Because somebody told us Christmas is the time of the year when you can take a break from the, constant work and producing. And you also need to buy a lot of things, otherwise you are not showing gratitude. So personally, I felt always disconnected from this crazy celebrating of the new year. I didn't feel like partying or, getting drunk or whatever. Everybody in the same day celebrating and having to be happy. No, I always preferred to enter quietly and in a more inward mood into the new year. And so, what I'm really feeling strongly this year. For example, yesterday was winter solstice, and I felt that was for me the day to celebrate, and not Christmas, and not really New Year, at least not how we are told to celebrate this. So to come full circle with this video, what I'm saying is consider that maybe if you have not been feeling this holiday spirit, holiday mood this year, if you have, when you go to shops and you see all this stuff that is being sold for gifts, you're like, you either completely feel like, oh, what is this? Or you feel a bit of resistance, or it just doesn't resonate like before. And, maybe all these decorations and lights, if they are still there, like where I live, there are much less decorations, I think, or maybe I'm just not moving in that areas where they put the decorations. But so if you've been noticing this with yourself, consider that maybe you are detaching from this part of the matrix, because this was part of the matrix. You have to take a break in this time. You all have to celebrate in this time. You all have to buy a lot of gifts and spend a lot of money in this time. And so perhaps you are simply returning to your natural rhythms, which are in sync with nature, not with certain days that we were told to celebrate and rest. Yeah. Let me know if this resonates. I'm really curious. I'm sending you so much love and big, big, big blessings for this massive, massive time of collective rebirth that we are going through.